Crossing the Mississippi into Missouri. Let's go explore. Hey y'all, it is road trip time. Actually, I've already started without you. My first 2 days were driving just to get to a destination. So I left Tennessee on Thursday, drove up to Poplar Bluff landed in Poplar Bluff on Thursday night. I left there yesterday morning, Friday morning, and ended up in Osceola, Missouri. It's right outside of the Ozarks. I've come up to see some friends up here. And from here, I leave here on Monday. So from here, we're gonna start sightseeing and finding some quirky things along the way and checking out a little section of the Great River Road along the Mississippi River. We've got a friend who's on a shanty boat right now. He's doing I think it's called the Great River Loop. So it made me curious, if we don't have a boat, how can we see all of these little port towns? So they have a Great River Road that we get to check out. All right, I'm out here sightseeing today. Brenda and Dan, my friends I met at the Sugar Beet Harvest. They brought me to the Osage River confluence. So this is right where they come together, right here in Missouri. Let me give you absolutely beautiful. I'd love to throw a kayak down there. Okay, the Sac River Camp here at the confluence of the Sac and Osage Rivers from October through December 1861. Major General Sterling Price of the Missouri State Guard maintained a recruitment camp. So here you are. We'll take a photo, get a good photo, and throw all of that in there. But I guess there was an encampment, military encampment down here at the confluence. They've put in some beautiful stone steps here to take you a little bit closer to the confluence, to the rivers. Oh, wow. Oh, here it comes. Oh no, that's a buzzard. Never mind. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do a little more research on this, find out a little more of the history of the Sac River and the Osage River confluence. So Dan and I were chatting about magnet fishing earlier, and he remembered this Kaplinger Mills. So he brought me here. It was an old mill on the Sac River, if I'm not mistaken. So he brought me here just so we can look at it and kind of decide if maybe I want to bring the magnet back over here tomorrow. This was the site of the old mill, is what Brenda and Dan told me. So is this the Sac or the Osage?
It's just the Sac
Okay,
River.
all right. That's what I thought I heard y'all say.
Down to Stockton. It starts at the Stockton Road.
Oh, okay, okay.
There's big Stockton Road.
Good morning, guys. I have left Arrowhead Point RV Park, and I drove over to this little town of Dorado Springs, Missouri. There's a spring right here in the town. The town's museum is closed today, so I've just had to pick up on a few little historical things from Wikipedia, actually. It was established in 1881 by two brothers who wanted to capitalize on the El Dorado Springs. And they do have it. This little city park here is cute. Let's turn you around. So this is just a fish pond. Of course, it is March, the end of March, so things aren't running yet. But this was built in 1932. Pretty little fountain. And then over here is a bandstand, so it looks like they have music here. How fun would that be to get to experience a live band here? So this looks like 1937, built in 1937. Look at these beautiful rocks. Wow. Wow, really nice. Okay, let's go see. Here's a little historical sign. Before El Dorado Springs was founded, this stone wash basin sat before the spring on rock supports. It was used by the travelers along the trail. Some pioneer artisan cut it from a stone taken from Grindstone Quarry located east of the Park Hotel. How neat! So this was a little grindstone wash basin along the trail here through El Dorado Springs. Alright, let's go down into the basin here. This is the El Dorado Springs. I did not know that there were so many springs here in Missouri. I don't have time to visit them all, but I'm going to catch a few today. El Dorado Springs was founded around this spring in 1881 due to the water's medicinal value. The stone above marked its first site 75 feet to the southeast until 1800. When it was mounted to this basin. During repairs in September 92, this sandstone slab was found covering an unknown manhole and tunnel built in 1906. Date of last major repairs. To maintain the spring's historical integrity, this slab replaced the 1906 stone now on display at the museum, which the museum's closed on Mondays, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm still learning a little bit of history from it. Okay, it's preserved for its historical significance and not as a source of drinking water. The spring flows from sources underground that are not known. Okay, so since it is stated here, it was built around the medicinal value. I was going to take a drink, but not now. July 20th, 1881. Carved into that stone up there. So how neat. This whole little town was built around the springs. Well, let's go up and do a little bit of walking. See if we can find, because this opera house up here looks pretty interesting. Coming up out of the city park, we have 1913 Babler building. Look at how pretty all of these buildings are along the street. Many of them look deserted. And this is the opera house that I was seeing from the park. 1915. Wow, really pretty. Okay, there's a bank up on the back side of this opera house. And there's something up here on the corner that's catching my attention. Just walk along and show you all of these old buildings. Head on up to this next corner. This corner building is what caught my attention. The McCrary building, it says. It's really pretty, but I don't have any more history on this town. I did come in for the springs. I wanted to see the El Dorado Springs, but the town itself I was told was really pretty, so we have got to walk through and see a little bit of the historical old town. Maybe next time I come up to stay with Karen and Mark at Arrowhead Point, I can catch the museum open. Good morning from Bennett Springs State Park. I've actually been here a couple of days. Yesterday, when I left El Dorado, I made my way to Bennett because it was raining so hard and the wind was big, so I wanted to see Bennett Springs anyway. So we went ahead and stayed here for a couple of nights. The campground, well, the park and the campground are so big. I can't show you everything here. I am in campground number 4, site number 437. I'm right across from the bathhouse. I did that on purpose because they don't offer water in campground number 4, just 30 amp electric, which was just perfectly convenient for me. They also have laundry here, so I've been on the road since Thursday. This is Wednesday, so I needed to do up a little bit of laundry. But I will take you up here in the middle and just kind of do a 360 for you and show you this beautiful campground number 4 at Bennett Springs State Park. This morning we're gonna make our way to show you Bennett Springs. I walked down there yesterday, but it was so cloudy and yucky and cold. My goodness, it's only been about 35 degrees here yesterday. The sun is out today and Bennett Springs will be beautiful, so let's go check it out. Okay, I'm just gonna do a little bit of talking here. We got plenty of fishermen. I don't want to disturb up here at the springs, but it gushes 100 million gallons of water a day from the ground and forms the creek that all of these trout fishermen are on. It is stocked every day with rainbow trout. So let's walk over here and silently see Bennett Springs. Can you see it rippling across the top? Okay, so here at Bennett Springs, they have their own fish hatchery and they stock the springs with rainbow trout. So it is a big draw for anglers here. Reading straight from the park website, it says fishing may be the main draw, but the park also offers other amenities such as a dining lodge, campgrounds, cabins, and hiking trails. And I did not take the time to hit the long hiking trail I wanted. I think it's about a 7-mile round trip, but it goes out to a natural land bridge. So that's just reason to come back. I've told Scotty he would love it down here. So Bennett Springs sits down in a valley, and there is also it's a river. I cannot pronounce the name of it. Niangua River. And coming in here, there are all kinds of outfitters that'll put you on the water in kayaks or canoes, all kinds of campgrounds coming into the area. So it looks like it's a pretty nice spot to stay on a warm summer day. Okay, reading the little information kiosk here, it is showing that the 50-foot wide spring basin on the left is filled by water rising through a 10-foot high, 20-foot wide passage. The opening is usually visible just under the surface, so it kind of comes down the hill in like a cave, and then it comes out, it gushes out here in the middle of the pool where we saw all the rippling water. Very neat. To our right is this little stone structure. The CCC built this gauging station in 1934. CCC presence again, y'all. All right, y'all, Bennett Springs is beautiful. I wish I had more time to spend here, but I am gonna head on down the road. I'm gonna cut this video here because we have 2 more state parks today and a surprise in St. Louis. Can you guess what it is? All right, until the next video, y'all.